I think you've got to start wondering, what the hell is this plot?
The question that I frequently ask throughout this whole show.
How did he say it about himself?
Yeah.
Oops, sorry.
I also... No,
You
no,
guys-
No worries.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What up?
Aloha.
Sorry. They'd started listening already, watching already at the hoo-ha gray area, but they, for some reason, they didn't hear the theme music. Wonder what that's about.
Odd.
Odd indeed. Maybe they killed it.
Kill it, Dad.
Yes.
Killed them all.
All right. I think also we're going to say this at the inside the.
But you're fucking wrong! You're so fucking wrong! You're wrong! You're lying!
Let's see. I don't see the link for the show.
It's
But
an
yeah,
hour and 8 minutes.
you can also do the one with the sharks, I guess.
You know what? Yeah, the sharks haven't been used as much in a while.
We haven't.
Okay. Let me make one thing perfectly clear. This is not jumping the shark. I'm going to repeat that again. This is not jumping the shark. Oh, no. This is jumping the shark, coming back, shooting it in the balls, raping it, eating its flesh, consuming its soul, mounting its head on the wall, and then doing the same thing to 12 more fucking.
It's nice how the word shark is cut off at the end.
12 more frickin' sharks just to be safe is the full quote. Yeah, I'm not excited for this. This season has been a weird waste of stuff.
Weird. It has been weird. There's no question about that.
Since it's a combination of this is really slow, but the problem is it's not a slow burn because there's no interesting character dynamics going on, and the plot is based around teleportation crap, and has ultimately just stripped the female characters of any kind of nuance or interesting stuff. The only one that's somewhat interesting is Alice Rivers, mainly because she's clearly insane.
And she has a motive that's coherent.
Yeah. But she keeps shifting her motivation on a dime. Like
She had a
Kristen
different
Cheney.
motive last season from this season, it seems.
Yeah.
Oh no, I feel like she's pretty cool. She's pretty consistent. She just wants Harrenhal.
Well, the thing is, last season she was like, Damon, you need to shape up as a person. And that was seemingly her whole motive. And now she's, I want Harrenhal.
And also he needs to fight against the long night.
Yeah.
So
The show is honestly really frustrating. Because I think Preston Jacobs said it best. Alice Rivers' motivations are completely effed.
yeah. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's... Alright, let me just share...
Uh-oh. Oh, indeed.
Let me
What are people having a go Ulf for? Oh, sorry.
I think because they're Rhaenyra stands and they don't like anybody who, since I imagine I might be a little bit uncharitable, but can I just say that a lot of the probably gray area people are likely Rhaenyra stands.
Yeah. However, it's not like they're totally acritical of her either, though.
Yeah.
At this point,
And
gray area had to say, Rainier, I like you, but you're being stupid, or something to that effect. Or I'm on your side, but you're being stupid.
fair enough.
Which, yeah, I think that's fair enough.
I hope. I kind of am like, please let Gray Area and Dragon the Man's turn on the show.
Well, gray area gave the last episode a 7 and said it was, and pretty much she and Red Team Review both had fun having a go at it.
That's funny. Oh, that makes me that's very flattering, Hypatia. Thank you. Love you
Oh,
very much.
I was wondering what he was. Somebody in the chat said something.
Yeah, I can't wait for the season to end for me tomorrow so I can finally stop avoiding spoilers. Because at this point, the only reason I'm watching season 3 is to watch all the commentary. Yeah.
Yeah,
Of which we are a part.
yeah.
All right. Well, without further ado, let's see what is in store for us.
What will happen this time? What we really want to know is what Rambo Scent will get up to. I say, it's on the road.
What is this?
Fire is alive.
Unfortunately, not.
Okay. That's dumb.
That was quick. Not having a good day.
Clearly not. Yeah. Mm. Wow. I hate that they made the prophecy for motivation. I wish that she was just petty and entitled like Stannis.
You take that back.
That's his main quality. Stannis is a petty and entitled man
We don't have
who
to.
hates his
We don't
older
have.
brother.
We don't have to have this conversation right now.
He's got noble qualities, but mainly he is a murderer and an adulterer.
Daron?
Stannis Baratheon.
Who is Stannis murdered?
Renly.
Renly's not murder.
Courtney Penrose.
I think
Not murder.
I think the Penrose thing was
Adulterer.
I think
Yes.
Adulterer.
Yes. The worst thing he does is cheat on his wife.
I think the Penrose thing was bad, but I think the Renly thing might be kind of justified. So I split the difference. Valyrian
You should have
for
done this
Hightower.
earlier this season.
Yeah, but Valyrian for Hightower is Hightower.
Dumb.
Poor Jaron. He didn't really do anything bad. Well, apart from killing that guy.
Did I make a monster of you?
He's kind of a rubbish hand, though.
Yeah. Mm.
What?
Uh, uh,
I don't know if that's true, though.
yeah. I'm like, this is
Okay.
oddly misdirected. This is very
You know.
strange.
At least things are happening.
Yeah. This season has been a series of filler. Appraise Valarian Arner? Okay. Okay. Okay.
You tell them.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I kind of am like, it's kind of interesting. I did hear a leak that I'm interested to compare to the final episode.
Yeah. I heard a couple of leaks.
Yeah.
One of them seems plausible because it's in the book too. The other one, I don't know. Okay, good. They're on scene. Good.
There's already a Knight Sada.
Wasn't I?
Yeah, he was knighted at the Honeywine, which is for an actual act of bravery. This is so lame.
Yeah, the way they're neutering these characters is just horrible.
Ford they're on. Oh,
That's not the oath. That's not being knighted. Okay,
uh-oh.
so far, Okay.
Okay. It is sort of odd that he wasn't lined out already.
Oh, sod off!
You didn't earn that.
So for them, Darren the Daring is
I'm-
just propaganda for them.
I guess so. Yeah.
I am interested. To see when Darren finally or if Darren finally rebels against Ormond. Though I am interested in that.
Yeah.
So
Well, kind of before we continue, let's kind of I kind of want to just take a look at this slate, see if it's accurate. So far, it has been accurate. So
I can't read that.
okay, 1 second.
Okay, now it's gone.
Let me fix it. Let me fix it really quick.
Can't read that. Nope.
Let me fix it real quick. Others. I'm just gonna do it from the other screen.
Oh, okay.
1 second. So we can kind of expand it. It's been in.
All right. Let me see if I can read any of this stuff. Aegon's return, both from here. Crash outs on hearing the news. We saw Rhaenyra crashing out. Daemon meets with the tearful. Aegon revives. I heard that rumor too.
Yeah. Daemon tries offers
Rhaenyra
Blackfire.
clash until. Okay, we saw part of that happening. Okay, most of this is stuff we haven't seen yet. We haven't had enough time to.
Okay.
We haven't had enough time to see most of this stuff, but we've seen a couple of these things have happened, but we haven't had enough time to see whether the rest have. We can check it again afterwards, maybe.
Yeah. Hugh searches for Cat, finds Ulf instead. Listen to suicides. Hugh does not mention the conversation to Daemon. Ormond's plans for Ulf to lure Caraxes and Vermithor away from the city, allowing Daemon to burn the Black's army. Daemon and the Black Army enter too easily. Find Corlys waiting inside. Ulf and Hugh lead Vermithor and Silroy away from Tumbleton with Caraxes in pursuit. Daemon heads for Tessarion, but stops when he sees Cat and needs to be rescued. Interesting. Okay. Battle erupts. Daemon finds Gwaine to fight.
Is Hugh joining in betraying or not? Looks like let's see. Daemon rescues her. Okay, it says, let's see. Vermithor is pelted with arrows from Black Alley's archers, causing Hugh to turn against Team Black. That's kind of a lame reason, but okay.
Well, they kind of have mostly done lame reasons for everything.
Yeah, that's not the most brilliant reason, but okay, yeah. Whatever.
Flying confronts her sister over Baela's imprisonment, while Daemon informs Rhaenyra of the tales of Tumbleton. In a moment straight up Home Alone, Darren reunites with Alicent. That's hilarious.
Who reunites with Alicent?
Darren.
Oh, okay.
And then the final scene is Helena's suicide. Okay.
All right.
So. All right. Well, let's see how accurate this is. It might very well be 100% accurate.
We'll find out.
Thing is, I'll go to Dragon. Okay, the ladies, man. I like this character. He's actually entertaining.
I mean, he's landing. Like,
He's barking mad, but he's amusing.
Barking mad. Yeah, kinda. Okay, it looks like the leaks are accurate. Dang, those leaks are very, very accurate so far.
So far.
Which ones? There's so many. We going with the Valyrian gods? We're going with the false gods of the Seven? We going with the Weirwood hive mind?
She mentioned Septon, didn't she? So I was thinking it was the 7.
What? Okay. Wait, what? Okay.
This is the other son. Although they were kind of adumbrations of the last season, but then they had a sex scene instead.
Okay. I don't get this either. What is going on?
Yeah, I mean,
This
they were
feels
sort of
very
setting up
abrupt.
not Rainier, Nazaria losing power, but then they had the sex scene instead. So
Okay, well, this wasn't in the leaks, but it's definitely intriguing.
yeah,
Okay, so that's the dream vision, I guess. Okay.
at least they called her princess.
Yeah.
no loyalty, no nothing, no grace.
Which is doubly funny because what's it bucket? In the books, Mysaria sadistically tells her, "Yeah, your baby died." So I guess they're just making.
Who, Helena?
Yeah, Helena. Since in the book, you remember where Mysaria said, "Oh, your baby died," and that's what drives her to suicide.
Sounds like the sort of thing.
Yeah, and according to George, that's the correct reading, as
Yeah.
opposed to the other multiple readings that you could do, or multiple other options.
Okay.
What about your nephew?
There's that too.
I guess Luke doesn't count, even though he's your nephew. You're your blood.
Well, he can't be bothered with details.
Oh, they're doing this.
She's Ironborn. She's what? She's Ironborn or something? What? So stupid. Okay. Uh-huh. I have so many questions. Oh, so she's super old. So they're going with the idea. She is supposedly ancient, but they're going with the
How old is she now?
minimum 100 probably.
Wow.
Okay, so this is at least a little interesting.
Okay, so Alice. Okay.
Well, there's no doubt he's an older woman. At least this is like something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's the whole
I mean,
thing.
I wouldn't have hated it if she was the descendant of Harren. I don't think that would be that bad either.
But evidently she's Harrenhal's wife.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Someone's
It actually-
calling the show Condal fan fiction.
Oh yeah, this
That's
is
accurate.
super fanficky.
Yeah.
This is super freaking fanficky.
Yep. Not wrong.
Oh. Okay.
That's not she's not wrong.
You know, his philosophy is flawed. Where's the? I guess Helena's just freaking insane. Great.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, obviously, because she's not.
Come on. This is.
Okay.
This is dangerously preachy.
Wow.
I say.
Okay. Okay, force feeding her.
I say.
Okay.
Say. Don't be mean to Helena.
Okay.
Don't be mean to Helena or I'll turn into Team Green.
That's not a dark path, really.
Not terribly dark yet.
Man's got his eye on the prize.
Yeah. I say. Oh,
Oh no, that leaked image was real. That looks really ridiculous.
That's not a good shot for it. It's not terrible.
That looks really freaking bad.
what, Alan? Adam versus Alan? Okay.
Yeah, I guess that's Adam versus Alan.
Yeah, it's not the best.
Yeah, it looks a little bit absurd.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's good to give Adam something to do, but that's not necessarily the best thing to have him do.
Yeah. I like Gawain. He's the only good character in the show.
Yeah.
Going to die.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, good. Noodle Boy.
Okay, so
Oh wow! Here are the Winter Wolves. Oh, they're gone. Where- I say. Aren't you going to stop them from doing that, Daron?
I honestly think that it being passed. I think that it being passed on to from after Jaehaerys is dumb, or after Maegor is dumb.
You know, you shouldn't be highlighting that one of your most prominent characters is forgettable. You shouldn't do that. Fuck.
Wait, he's like, wait, what? I like Roddy the Ruin. He's amusing.
Yeah. We just don't have enough of him. Oh no.
Uh,
Okay. We weren't actually at
they
peace.
were not. They were not
No,
at
that's
peace. No, this is a lie. Yeah, because she has nukes.
Idiot.
Okay. Mhm. Killing his old enemy's friend. The latter is actually very
Yeah.
appealing.
No. Yeah. Like, come on. Like, this guy is not.
I say. I say. Not him.
Well, at least that's accurate.
Not Dwayne, not the only good guy.
Okay, I guess fabulous. We're getting to the Aegon and Aemond confrontation.
How did so? I guess Aegon borrowed Allison's jetpack or something.
Evidently, yes.
Cool.
That is one messed up dragon.
Yeah. Okay.
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 Man, he fucking nailed that line.
Oh yeah.
He nails
Oh,
everything
yeah.
he does.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's great. Tom Glenn Carney needs an acting credit for this frickin' dog awful show.
Yeah.
Oh, foreshadowing.
I say.
Oh man.
Is he having a bad day too?
He's like, wait, what? You agreed to marry a Baratheon girl, dude.
What the fuck is this? Yeah, you're supposed to be murdering people. He was in the first season.
He has a point.
Yeah, I would agree. He does have a point.
Just
Okay.
why not just incinerate the town? You don't care about anything. Okay, fine.
Wow, great! They're making Black Alley psychopathic. I'm
Good
cool
to know
with
that everyone on Rainier's side is a scumbag. And we're not supposed to care about it.
Yeah. That's funny.
Man, how are they taking the worst story he wrote and somehow doing it worse? Like, how is that even possible?
I don't know.
Like, this is such melodrama.
Yeah, it's so lame.
Oh, what is this?
Which is dumb.
I say. Rather rude.
Seven-faced god that doesn't do crap. At least the old gods of the north do stuff. They're not actually gods, but there's something. Okay, well, at least there's something interesting here. Okay. Okay.
Yikes.
Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah, this wasn't.
That
I wasn't
is
expecting that.
very
Okay.
interesting.
Yikes.
Good to know that she hold like okay, like you know, the mask comes off, she's saying the quiet part out loud. Yes. Her regime represents an un-Westerosi regime.
Oh
An
yeah,
anti-Westerosi regime.
yeah. Even though Westeros is is just as barbaric, it's just barbaric in a different way. I hate that they named him Viserys the Peaceful. I think that's dumb.
There's the weak.
Yeah, Viserys the unbelievably pathetic. Okay.
She's going a bit nutters.
Okay, so everybody knows about the prophecy now?
Meanwhile,
She's like, wait, what?
Oh,
Okay.
no, what are they doing?
Poor
Oh, you're
kid.
forgetting about somebody. Anis.
And make
Forgetting about Magor? You're forgetting about Anis?
It's easy enough to get confused.
Oh snap! She's using their words against them. That's actually clever.
They don't look too enthusiastic.
Yeah, so why should we understand this? Okay.
This is. All right.
Thing is, the Hightowers are still around. And the Targaryens are mostly dead. Which is kind of funny because they just kind of say, no more politics, we're done. We made our bid, it failed.
Notice. Oh well, I mean, like if they had any sense, they would know that that line is a villain line, right? To call forth your words to be their worst forms is evil.
Sorry, what? Could you repeat that? I couldn't hear you.
Pause it. If you want to pause it, pause it.
Sorry.
Right, like the line, that line. There's some actually good lines here. Like the I want your worst line is evil. Like it's evil to call forth your warriors to do evil, to be their worst forms, not their best forms. Right, that's what bad politics does. It reduces the men under its command. But they don't have any. They don't have that in them. They're not thinking like that. They're thinking it sounds cool and badass.
All hail the Gary Stews of the Winter Wolves.
Yes.
Okay, well, at least they're kind of making it sort of more nuanced. Oh, that's interesting. That dude wet himself. Okay. Some nuance there.
Like this is not clever. This is well.
Oh, I know it's not clever, but at least it's something.
Like putting the children is just not smart. Like it's actually a bad idea.
Oh, yeah, that's dumb.
Okay, it's fun.
Okay. Okay, we're getting our action now. This guy's has had more dialogue in this episode than the entire show.
That's how they work. That's how these people work.
Yeah.
Right before somebody dies, they characterize them.
Yeah, it's very noticeable.
It's a very frustrating failure of these particular rather dumb writers.
Yeah.
I mean, this is them also having to write around like them trying to neutralize the dragon from a writing perspective, right? Like they have to like take it out. So one, they don't have to spend the CGI on it, and two, they get to like do something that's not just the dragon incinerates the town and wins. I mean, what the fuck does he pay you for, John?
He's like, tabs. What? Are you...
So, Ormond is also having a bad day.
Yeah, they're all having bad days.
How the fuck? That's funny.
Like that.
Oh, this is so bad. Where are you at the front of your army now, Roddy? Huh?
Bother.
Yes, they're sending the second wave.
Roddy the Ruin. Okay. Okay, well, so far it's just kind of battle.
This is a perfect.
Yeah, it's fine. This is fine.
Broken clocks. This is a perfectly decent action sequence.
Yeah, it's fine. I actually like it better than the Gullet.
Well, the Gullet had to contrive like a one-on-one ship battle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This is this. They don't have to really do this here. Granted, they have to contrive how not to involve the dragon, but that's different.
Yeah. Houston. Okay. Doing some sort of interesting stuff, I guess.
Okay.
Oh yeah. They're teasing us. They're teasing.
Yeah.
Yeah, just move out of the way. Yeah. Form up now. Move.
I really hate this show. Get in the air. You... Wow, it was that easy? You don't even need to fly?
Yeah, I guess they gave up the whole kid thing.
Why do I get the feeling this is kind of ripping off Lord of the Rings? Yep.
Just a little.
Yep.
Just a
Ripping
little.
off Lord of the Rings. Okay.
Just a little. That's a little goofy.
Well, I'm just thinking.
Yeah.
Wait. What? Why? Is
Wait, what?
Hugh? Why is Hugh with the infantry? That's
How did he?
dumb.
Why did he teleport off his dragon onto the horse? What's going on? What did he do?
Well,
What
that's
is
a
this?
What the heck is going on here?
What is that?
I
Why
don't-
isn't he on the dragon? What happened?
This is honestly really
This is weird, right? Like, this isn't just like this is just incoherent as an action.
What is going on here? That's so dumb.
Oh no. Oh boy. That was weird, right? Like that was just bizarre.
Oh yeah, that's incredibly bizarre. Why is he on a?
How did he get off the? Why did he teleport from the dragon to the horse?
They did the battle. Yeah, parts of the battle is, but Damon being a teleporter, but also but also
I say.
Okay, now you've neutralized why he's fine with you.
So what? Orman's entire purpose in the episode was to like hold kids hostage and then like justify another character's actions. Okay, that's one. Like that's it. The correct insult.
Okay.
Oh
yeah,
look,
that's
armor. It does
accurate.
something. What the fuck is this? How does he get out of the town?
How did he get out?
He walks across
Am
the
I-
whole field.
I don't get this.
The, mm,
Yeah, great. It worked well. But no.
what?
Okay, so this is how the betrayal happens. Okay.
All right, sure. Like, finally, something that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Just attack them. Just nuke whoever you feel like.
Yeah. Okay.
Ulf gets on a dragon. Ulf attacks his, he betrays people. Like this is coherent.
I guess they're making the Orphan Maker versus Dark Sister confrontation a highlight of the show, I suppose.
Well, it's about the characters.
Maybe.
It's the happy moment in the story.
This battle has no like coherency to it. I'm all for this though. Come on. Don't just do a mountain ripoff. Just be better than that.
Roxton. Yeah. Old John Roxton kind of doesn't really. He doesn't really have that many like wins to his name or like significant elements. Oh, so this is how they kill him.
Come on.
Here.
All right. So I guess Ulf is gonna.
He's going into business for himself, boys. He's going into business for himself, just the way it's supposed to be.
Hey,
Oh yeah, he's just burning the whole thing. Okay.
Let's go.
yeah. Sounds like an open
Okay.
thing to do.
Well,
Well,
What's you up to in the meantime?
I approve of this.
I do like the dragon artist.
Ah, the
Oh,
classic
okay.
debris. The debris blockade stops the fight.
That's such a lame trope. I hate that.
Ah, you gotta respect the classics, though.
Indeed. Yeah, since he just battles for it, which is great, and then he loses because reasons.
Oh, is he gonna fall over? No.
Okay.
Oh, that's a callback. It's a callback.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, does he feel bad now?
Yeah. Yeah. There's so many problems with this. Well, at least there's some element of Rhaenyra's whole thing has been lost, but how they got here was kind of dumb.
Yeah, this is.
Well, I guess they're not merging first and second Tumbletons together, which it's kind of like, dang, they just. So I guess Caraxes just kind of flies. Okay, interesting.
Has Hugh done anything this season?
Yeah, that's yeah. Like I mean, I guess she was gonna not leave.
Honestly, I have no idea what. I legit have no idea what is going on here.
Like that got out of hand way too fast. Like that did not cohere in any way. That was. But that's not even. It's not even a character. It's not like a character or writing thing. It just didn't. It just was weird.
Yeah, so much of that was just strange. I like, yeah. So Ulf turns on both sides and burns both.
Well, okay, like it can. See, yeah, that's the thing, right? Because you can make it make sense that he
Yeah.
turns on the blacks and then he kills Ormond in some way, right? You can make that make sense. You can't make it make sense beyond that. And like, what is Hugh doing?
Yeah.
Has Hugh even turned up in this episode? Because I don't.
He's turned up very briefly.
Yeah, they're kind of underusing him.
Oh, speak of the devil, he just barely turned
Oh.
up. And oh, okay, so it's my dead family. Okay,
Okay, fair enough.
so
Okay, so then why doesn't he hate? How is this going to work? He should hate Ulf.
yeah, Ulf is the cause of all this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we're back. She's back. McKinney.
Yeah, what's up? All right. What the heck? Okay.
Oh, that's great.
So Rambo Scent turns up, but
Shaping up to have a Hugh versus Ulf fight.
What?
Okay, that would be something. Okay.
All right. Well, hey, that's life.
Okay. Well, I guess it just kind of arbitrarily happened. As Martin predicted. That's accurate. She just arbitrarily commits suicide. Okay. The sword and the dragons. Interesting.
Oh.
All right.
What?
And
All right, that was weird. That was not good.
reasons of- yeah. I'm honestly extremely underwhelmed.
That didn't work. That wasn't coherent. I mean, like, that's, if anything, I mean, that's like the least problematic thing, because like they should now fucking like they should just kill him immediately. How do they not kill him immediately?
Yeah, because he's
He's
You-
he's
you don't
turned on
forget him.
both sides. Like the whole point, like
yeah.
I mean, I can definitely imagine Ulf doing that.
like the whole point of like the Battle of the First Tumulton is that the Greens win the the Greens win the battle almost totally, except that their command gets taken out and effectively replaced by Hugh and Ulf, who are woefully unsuited to their task, to that position. And
they're
they-
a pair of up-jumped morons. And
Exactly.
Both
Yeah.
of them are described as just common street thugs.
Exactly, and exactly, and the whole point is that like the army, rapes and pillages and loots the town. And the army, and this is something Martin does a lot, where he makes armies take on the characteristics of their commanders. And the whole idea is that Hugh and Ulf, being, street thugs,
Animals.
basically, are just
Skin.
exactly, they just the army just degenerates underneath them, and they be turned into like basically like a pack of squatting looters. Right, so even though there's this massive army at Tumulton, it's basically useless, and then it gets destroyed by it gets defeated by the Riverlanders.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that's the whole point of it. Like, this is just weird. Like, the army should now forget Hugh, because he's like apparently not a character. I guess we're not using him, but Ulf should be killed immediately. Ulf should be killed as soon as they find him.
Yeah, because he's betrayed both sides.
Yeah, he's
not
just gone rogue.
betrayed
He is the rogue
Crazy.
prince.
Ooh,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, indeed. Good old Ulf White.
Ulf will end up winning the entire war.
Yeah, he'll be the winner of the Game of Thrones. Ulf the White.
What?
Yay.
Sorry, didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, this I didn't think I could be more disappointed with this, but it yeah, I don't get how he's being chased by Grexes. Well, yeah, because he's betraying both sides.
Yeah, and Damon's not, exactly. Damon's not there in the books, right? Like, in fact, there's hardly anyone there. There's almost no blacks. Well, no, there's right. There's the Winter Wolves are there, right? And it turns into this cluster, But Damon's not there. Both Hugh and Ulf betray Rhaenyra. There's
no
no
other dragons besides. There's no other dragons besides Hugh and Ulf at this, and that's why.
Yeah.
It's
And technically,
successful.
and technically Darren, but they're all on the green side because of what happens.
Yeah, it's very frustrating to say the least. I honestly am just.
And even beyond that part of it, right? Forget that. Just the way the battle, why isn't Daemon on the dragon the whole time? What's going on?
Why is he in the midst of things to say
Yeah,
the
what-
CGI budget? But the problem is it's dumb.
It-
He has to have a boss fight with bold John Roxton.
yeah, who's not the mountain apparently.
I
Yeah, that
guess
was
so.
weird.
Like,
Yeah. I
and
guess,
why?
Hightower is going to be the one that poisons.
That would be cool.
Bolt.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I would like that.
Let me see
I
something.
mean-
Hugh Hammer. What is his death?
His death doesn't Roxton kill him?
isn't it like the
Yes.
same result, basically?
Yeah, Bolt John Roxton kills him. Apparently after
Shit
they
talk.
made-
Like,
Yeah, they made a yeah. He did it at the battle at the start of the series. Yeah, he splits him from balls to throat. Yeah, and trips on his entrails, which is kind of a Three Stooges moment a little bit.
yeah, it's just silly, and it's
Yeah. But it is fun. I think it is actually kind of neat that they made Orphan-Maker a big sword. I'm kind of a sucker for kind of larger weapons, even though it's supposedly just a long sword.
yeah.
But I like that they made it kind of a bigger sword.
Oh no, yeah, no. Like I thought that I didn't have any problem with that part of it.
Yeah.
You know, not just because Damon getting his face caved in is something I support,
Yeah.
but you know, like like the individual action set pieces were coherent. It just the way they flowed into each other didn't really make sense.
No, it didn't. And I kind of want to. I now very much want to see how these morons justify this. Let's see what
Oh,
War has arrived in Westeros.
you don't say.
Oh,
It's
gee.
been at war for the past
I
few
must see the queen.
seasons.
Rhaenyra discovers that Aegon is alive, and it's quite a shock to her. Suddenly, her world is turned upside down.
The thing that really gut punches her is this idea that it's being touted as this Arthurian Christ-like reresurrection that shows that he's meant to be the chosen one.
Maybe,
Song
like,
Rice, the
you should have
prophecy,
that-
All of that is meaningless because
Maybe we should have it like actually be a thing where like the people in like the streets or something are saying that, and you know, like if you're gonna go through the whole show don't tell route, like just like have it like like show that, like actually show that she has something to be worried about, like in that regard. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be nice, but these people aren't.
now the
smart.
faith have this male claimant that they can raise up. Rhaenyra has struggled with it all season long, but she's realized at the end she finally has to just become Daemon Targaryen, essentially, if she wants to win this war. And now she's going to fight this to the very end.
Killing the High Septon is insane. She's
yeah.
killed the Pope.
Yes.
When she steps outside of the sept, she has to find the words to give to the people. And that's where you see her make her speech and lay out her vision for her reign.
It's a total Darth Vader moment, and she looks quite
Oh,
fierce.
no.
Rhaenyra has been really trying to shed the prison
I
of
wouldn't-
femininity. Her arc this season.
I don't think they know who Darth Vader is.
Because Darth Vader's actually cool.
It's not even that. It's just that like I mean Vader isn't.
Vader's not prophesied. That's kind of the weird thing is that George retconned that moronic prophecy into the prequels.
Yeah,
but it
he
doesn't inform. It doesn't inform Anakin's arc at all.
Yeah, no, it's very like I loathe like it's I loathe that plot point entirely. But even beyond that, like Vader is not like a. I mean, he is charismatic. He's
a pack dog.
Yeah, he's not. He's charismatic to us, the audience, but he's not a overly charismatic figure in universe. He's not a speechifier. Yeah, he's not a speech maker. He's not a propagandist. He's not a. He's an arch, like, assassin. That's maybe not quite the right way to say it, but like, he's not.
He's functionally a Gestapo. He's head of the Gestapo. Is functionally what he is.
Yeah, exactly. He is like this is anything. I mean, anything. This is a Palpatine moment, not a Vader moment.
Yeah, but I think it's because Darth Vader is more iconic that they went with
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Yeah.
'Cause-
Yeah.
No, I get it. I get it. I mean, I understand that, but like, this is just not Vader at all. This is, and also like, this is more like so.
And
So
also,
the
and also, like, all of Palpatine's rhetoric moments are in the prequels, and everybody and their mother is trying to distance themselves from the prequels because the prequels are viewed as cinematic suicide.
yeah, exactly. I mean, the other thing to think about is the person who this is actually most Rhaenyra, who's like the character best reference from regards to Rhaenyra right now is actually Macbeth, because Macbeth's whole thing is that he thinks that the prophecies are on his side, and it kind of like informs his tyranny
Lunacy.
and it's growing madness.
Mhm.
Oh,
Right, like that's actually a far better thing. Like and so that's the correct character to reference.
that's a more interesting analogy. Yeah.
But I don't think that these guys really understand Shakespeare.
I'm sure they think he's a stuffy old white guy or something.
Probably.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know about
Well, these people generally don't respect the classics. Like when they said, when they called the dinner with Viserys his Last Supper,
That's
is for they kind of don't respect. I don't feel like these people like actually respect the classics. They'll just kind of pull them out as reference for their crappy writing,
yeah.
but they don't actually understand or see it as that important. They just see it as a reference that they can just toss in to make themselves appear smart when they probably just read the cliff notes.
Search for legitimacy.
This is about fascist imagery. This is about iconography.
Of course, they think
Rhaenyra
of fascist
understands the
reference.
threat that Mysaria is to her because Mysaria has become so close. She is the confidant.
Okay, like, are they going to try to justify this? Like,
It was so weird, like them, like her just randomly sending her away.
okay, so the idea here, I think, they're going to try to justify this by saying that, like, Rhaenyra's afraid of her because she's too close. Which, like, can work, but not the way they're doing it.
They need to set it up better.
Yeah, they've kind of made her so reasonable. This just feels like a weird heel turn.
Yeah.
It's just
to lover, an advisor.
Rhaenyra has chosen a path, and it's the path with Daemon. And there's no space for
super
someone
weird.
like Mysaria, who, in a way, is kind of like her moral compass.
Which is
It's
so
really
weird.
disturbing for Mysaria. There's real shock
Mysaria
and guilt,
has no
actually,
honor.
because
She's one of the
suddenly
reasons why
here's this
frickin',
person who is a fascist.
All right, that's the second time they said
totally
fascist. This
up,
is not a. This is
which is
we're in
completely
full
against all
on
my beliefs.
alert mode now.
Darren's looking out at the townsfolk, and he is
This is
worried
really
this
frustrating when
battle,
they
which is in his name, is going to affect these families. That weighs on him quite a lot,
I
and is what
find that
spurs him
really
on to
frustrating.
want to be a
don't-
leader. He didn't want to be king.
This isn't
It's almost a
really
responsibility
fascist
because of the way on
necessarily,
jeopardize
other than
these
for-
people's lives.
No, there's
Daemon
no
is
fascist.
a
Just
man
means vaguely
who is
authoritarian
made for the
in a way I
field,
don't like.
and he's been waiting for this moment
Yeah, they've
the
diluted the
entire
word.
season.
They've
The
diluted
interesting
that
thing
word
about
to a
David is,
degree
I
that
don't
it's
think he cares if
meaningless.
he's got 20,000
They've
people
been doing that
or
forever.
if he's got his dragon and his dog. As long as he's got a sword in his hand, he will fight to the death. It's what makes him feel alive in a way.
Go now. And kill them.
It's Daemon's Super Bowl. He gets to show up on Caraxes and win this war for Rhaenyra.
What'd be
Gwaine
great
has
if
realized that his cousin, Ormond, is mad. So he figures, I'll give them back the sea snake, and I will proposition them with an idea that, you know what, why don't we let Rhaenyra
proposition,
rule
not a good
most
word,
of the
but
realm
anyway.
and just let Prince Darren
See you
rule
chaps
that
later.
area, just a little area and be fine. Or
Yeah, sorry.
you
See
can
you
just
later,
have a
man.
bloody battle, which is
See you.
pointless death. And guess which one Daemon chooses?
That scene was about two opposing factions, not just High Towers versus the Blacks, but war versus peace.
And they
what
did it so
that means for the
badly.
realm.
The next man to stall on this attack will be tied to the front of my fucking horse!
One of the ways Ormond recruits Ulf is by appealing to the shame Ulf felt when Daemon struck him in the street in front of his fellow townsfolk. Ormond, in a fury, finds him and then does exactly what Daemon does, strikes him in the street in front of everyone, and yet again Ulf is shamed.
Ormond doesn't know.
I mean, like,
but he's.
I mean, like, how? I mean, look again. How like weird it is this is happening during the battle is like again the way the episode is structuring itself is bizarre, but like, they like people are dying, like there's a huge battle going on. He should be furious. Now, granted, Ulf is a scumbag. We understand that, but like,
There's also
it's completely justified for him to be like freaking out.
There's also
Little
the funny thing about this whole thing is that they built up Ormond throughout the season.
Oh yeah,
and
no,
now he just dies.
We've been. I feel like we've both been biting our tongue on that. Like, yeah, this is clearly like they had to like build up this guy because they needed an antagonist for the season to because story needs quote unquote an antagonist, and like I get that. Like I think we can get that, accept that, right? So they had to hype him up, and then like, but he just dies. He just dies. He's a punk. He's a nobody.
It's very lame, and it's really frustrating because it represents so much wasted real estate time that could have been used to actually further the plot. Because ultimately they're not setting up well for. I guess they're kind of setting up the Dragon Pit storming, but the problem is they've made it a kind of a combination of things that didn't need to be there, and it's ultimately wasted time. And now they're just going to have to sprint through or cut a lot of important things.
I mean, yeah. See, if like, I mean, I can't underestimate their ability to fuck things up, but like, I have to like, I mean, I can imagine like they just don't have things like the battle in the mud. I can imagine that. I mean, because they got to kill Adam, right?
They have to kill Adam and Sea Smoke. They got to kill Darren and Tessarion. They got to kill Darren and Daemon and Caraxes and Aemond and Vhagar. And it's kind of weird that they're now bringing Aemond in as now Aegon is
eating a hair and all. Like, no, that was so weird. Because like part of like the charm, I guess, of the way the book storyline unfolds is that like Aegon's disappearance. Yeah,
when Aegon shows up.
Yeah, Aegon's disappearance. Yeah, exactly. Aegon's disappearance. It's also like lends like this real air of like almost like total mystique to both him and Larys, right? Because like, how the fuck do they get onto Dragonstone and like turn the island against her? Like that's crazy. Like that's a little nuts. That actually is like kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's incredible they actually managed to do that. Like they turned Lothar Broom against her randomly. And they kill Grey Ghost of all things and kill Baela's dragon.
Yeah, exactly. Like yeah.
Apparently Moondancer does worse to Sunfire than Grey Ghost does.
Yeah, no, it's one of those. Well, Sunfire killing the dragons on its own is like just it being a badass, right? It's far more that like, it's how do they like get the garrison on her? Like they get the garrison to flip.
Is crippled. Like Sunfire is crippled, and Rhaenyra ostensibly has a good dragon, and it takes a lot to make Syrax turn. And Rhaenyra, that whole thing, like the Storming of the Dragon Pit, that whole scene is just a series of nonsense BS in the book.
Yeah, the Dragon Pit stuff is.
They're going to make it worse in the show.
They're gonna find something. They're gonna find do what they're gonna do. They're gonna make Mysaria be either. They're either gonna make her the shepherd in some way, or or they're gonna make her like one of the like a supporting. Like they're gonna make her part of that. They're gonna find some way to put her into that whole thing where the small folk rise up and take over the town or the city.
Oh man! At least though, we don't have to say this.
Ready to make some enemies? Let's. You know what? We're burning this bridge.
Since everybody seems on side that this show is kind of bad, but
these next episodes have been rough.
Yeah. Though one thing about this that was funny was I've been waiting to use this for the leaks, and I have to put it in.
Everything they said was true.
Yes, I'm sure. Yes.
That leak that I showed you, it was pretty accurate, honestly.
Yeah, no, it was.
That was pretty dang accurate. The only thing that wasn't there was Helena and Darren reuniting. That was the only thing. That was one of the few bits.
I bet, maybe they'll. I don't know. Maybe they'll there'll be like a dream sequence because Best scene in the episode goes to Aegon just showing up out of nowhere. We just talked about it. It's weird that he's there, but at least he's good when he's there. At least he's good when he's in it. Because you just know, he nails every line he gives. Please, let's continue with this.
Yeah.
Just made the biggest mistake of his life.
The whole battle spins on a dime, all because one man felt embarrassed. The power of shame. It's amazing. You can have all these huge, big armies, big set pieces, and the thing which really dictates the story is something so small and domestic.
I'm burning you lot.
Talk about it.
And I'm burning you lot too.
Talk it up as a victory. Victory for the agency of the individual.
Yeah.
It's the great man of history, Ulfa White.
At the end of season 3. It's just death and destruction. It's hard to be anti-war without glorifying warfare because you have to show it. But what I hope the audience comes away with is not the swinging of swords, but the aftermath of the swinging of swords.
We're entering into the end of days phase of the Dance of the Dragons. Armies really don't matter anymore. What's going to matter coming into this end game is who's got a dragon and which dragon is on which side and fighting for whom.
I don't feel like that's a revelation.
Yeah.
Thematically, like that's not quite right.
And Aemon discovers that his brother's alive.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory.
Like that's I mean I feel like that's almost them hyping up their own story, which again I can kind of sympathize with. They have to like sell things to the audience because not everyone is like us. Cool, but.
This is so funny. I gotta show you this. This is so funny. This is really funny. Oh my gosh. That's so funny.
That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. I'm not gonna that's a spicy one. I'm gonna give him that. That's a good one right there, right?
Oh, this one's also funny.
Yeah. No, yeah. Oh, that's the good stuff right there.
And I thought that was inaccurate because that looked like trash.
Yeah.
This one's also
okay. I do love me some basketball.
It's so funny.
No, don't do this.
The strongest suicide in history versus the strongest. I am so sorry.
Oh, that's just me.
That is
I mean, okay,
so
yeah,
funny.
yeah. Also, like for real, her like speech like throws up huge problems, like just story wise.
Yeah,
because
now it just means they have a public record.
Yeah,
of it. So it's like, oh, so how did this thing get lost?
Yeah, obviously, okay, yeah. Which they're gonna lean into the conspiracy bullshit, and it's just gonna be.
I don't think they're going to lean into the Maester conspiracy. They've kind of cut that out.
How do they not? How do they not with a scene like that?
I don't know. I think they're just going to say that Aegon wasn't there when it did. I guess. Oh my gosh, are they gonna? What are
I
they
mean,
going to do? Like Aegon and Viserys are babies. They've completely disappeared from the narrative, even though it's a whole critical thing that Aegon the Third sees his mom die.
It is not exactly. There's that. I mean, I would bet something non-monetary that there's going to be a scene in the last episode where Orwyle is the Maester, right? He's going to be there with some other Maesters, and he's saying like, "What about the prophecy that Rhaenyra, talked about when she gave her speech at her coronation?" And some other Maester is going to be there, and he'd be like, "That never happened. Shut the fuck up." I would bet on that. Maybe I'm giving them too much credit.
I think they'll just forget. They have forgotten so much.
You know, you're probably, I mean, like, you're probably right. I'm putting too much faith on them.
They have forgotten so much, and yet they constantly feel up. Ryan Condal just throws references to A Song of Ice and Fire throughout this, specifically the main series, with the whole thing with Daeron being a fake blonde Targaryen, a whole bunch of things. Dragon Demands creamed his jeans over that one. I was very frustrated with that. I was honestly really frustrated with that. I'm like, please, dude, this is as bad as season 5. This is as bad as season 6. It has not yet reached the levels of absurd bad that say season 7 and 8 have, but it's pretty bad. Like, it's not even coherent with itself. They're mostly wasting time. This is actually on a level of season 6, like where season 6 is a ton of wasted time.
No, yeah, I don't disagree. I mean, I've always hated season. I've always thought season 6 was way overrated.
Yeah, it's everybody thought the Battle of the Bastards was good.
Yeah, no, because everyone loves Jon, and I get it. Jon's great, and it's very obvious what they're building up to, and it's not incoherent in any way. But like, when you actually look at like the structure of the story, it doesn't work, and it doesn't make sense. It's one of the reasons why, people talk about like, and it's never gonna happen because he's never gonna do the fucking book. But like, people think Stannis is gonna lose to the Boltons in the early Winds of Winter, and it's like, I don't see how that helps the story. I don't see how it's a good idea for like Stannis to fail, and then Jon Snow has to do all the things that Stannis has already done again. Like,
it's just wasting time. Admittedly, though, George wastes a lot of time in Dance with Dragons. With busy work because he's just discovery writing and he doesn't really know where the story is going.
There's something to that. I will defend A Feast for Crows and Dance with Dragons on those fronts, because the whole like idea of those books, to me, is that like Martin, like this goes into like deep about like the story Martin planned is not the story Martin wrote, right? Because
no, it's definitely not.
He can't reconcile it. He can't figure out he can't like pivot, which is his problem.
Yeah, I've that's one of the things that I've found is that I'm actually pretty good at pivoting, where like in the books that I've written, I've often had a plan, and then I'm like, okay, I've got this new idea that actually makes the books better. I'll just write a couple books before it and then put it out. And because I'm fairly quick, I'm able to do it without any problems.
I'm sure you are, and I bet that some of that might be that I have to chalk up Martin's struggle here to the fact that he seems to be philosophically incapable of dealing with the story he's written. And that sounds like so mean and like even belittling.
Philosophically incapable. How so?
Like because the story evolved into like the story originally is, the basics of the story is that, right, it's getting late, I'm losing a little bit. The story is that there's this coming apocalyptic threat, right? There's this evil ice demons, right? And they're coming. And the problem is that there is like this political strife that is like distracting us from the coming apocalyptic threat, right? That's what the original conception of the story was. And it was broken up into like, there was the Stark Lannister conflict, and then there was going to be like the second Dance of the Dragons, and then it was going to be finally the conflict against the evil ice demons, right? Instead, what occurs over the first 3 books is the political like crisis unveils like it unfolds into like this like society and soul-rending catastrophe where like the very like worth of the realm is destroyed. And like what that means is that we have to reconcile with these things so that there has to be some sort of like redemption of human endeavor on some level, right? Like there's no good society that's set up by the end of book 3. Like the first 3 books really constitute this act, right? You know, by the end of book 3, the political center, King's Landing, has devolved into familicide and total depravity. You know, the Riverlands are destroyed. The best king has been murdered and betrayed. That is Robb, not Renly. Fuck Renly. The North has only barely escaped ruin because there's another doomed king who's come to save it, even though he's, totally fucked up and perhaps inadequate to the task. And that's the thing, right? Yes. But and the idea is that, there has to be some, like, that's what the story is about. The story is about how it's more like Shakespearean, right? Like, it's more about how this like crisis that seems it's like King Lear, or like, I think King Lear actually might be the best example, the best reference point for this. And King Lear is not as gory, let's say. It's not as dramatic, let's say, though it's pretty gory at parts.
This is very much a mix of Titus Andronicus and King Lear.
Sure, that's perfectly fair. You say that, right? Like it's like this minor, this seemingly trivial political dispute unfolds to the point where it's like, no, the Lannister regime is like murdering the realm it presumes to rule over, and they have to be stopped. Like, that's the villain, that's the enemy. It's human evil, it's human weakness.
And the problem is the White Walkers have no story presence at all.
No, exactly. Yeah. The White Walkers, they can't even compare to how good, by which I mean effective, the Lannisters are as villains. They can't compare. They can't compete with that. And more importantly, they can't compete with it thematically, right? Like, because like in the 90s, everyone thought it was the end of history. Everyone thought it was the end of politics. Everyone thought politics didn't matter. We all had it all figured out. It was just a matter of making sure the best and most competent person was in charge. And it's like, no, actually, you need to make sure that the people in charge are loyal to you, that they're not like reprehensible scumbags, that they're not like the best at being corrupt. Right? This is why the Tyrells are fucking scum, and they just need to be like exterminated. Mm-hmm. Right? You don't want the most corrupt oligarch. You want, you want a true leader, right? And the thing, what we learned, what we spent the last 2 decades plus learning, is that politics still matter, and it's not trivial. It's not trivial. Mm-hmm. And Martin can't handle. That's the thing. Martin can't. And I don't think Martin. I think that's the thing Martin can't handle. He wrote a story where it actually matters who sits on the throne. It actually matters. It actually matters that High Lords are murdered unjustly. It actually, I guess that's a redundant. It matters that Ned Stark was murdered unjustly. It wasn't just business as usual in medieval Europe, which medieval Europe was not this, which is a whole other thing. Medieval Europe was not this horrible, barbaric place. Right? It matters that Robb Stark was murdered and betrayed unjustly.
Yeah.
It matters that the realm bleeds because illegitimate forces have stolen it.
Mm-hmm. But really, George has kind of lost the plot.
Yeah.
Because he set up the White Walkers as the big antagonists.
Exactly. And then the worst part is he makes the right move in books 4 and 5. This is why I'll defend them, because the books in 4 and 5 are like the middle acts of like King Lear, where like the characters are sort of like lost in like the listless morass of like the post-crisis Fallout. Right, especially Feast of Crows. That's what Feast of Crows is really about, right? Like it's about the world that Tywin created and how people are dealing with it. Right, that's the correct move. And then like he does that because like theoretically, right? You could pivot, right? You could pivot off of book 3 into like ramping up toward the White Walkers, because like when the White Walkers actually do show up in book 3, particularly in the first Sam chapter, they're fucking great. Like Sam 1 of his first chapter ever is like in contention for the best chapter in the series. Like it's fucking awesome. Right? So you could have pivoted after book 3 to like ramping up toward the White Walkers and up toward, and you know, like you have to like work Daenerys in somehow. And like my big problem with Daenerys is I don't think she fits well, but that's a whole other problem. But like you can make that work, but he doesn't. He does the thing that I think is the more interesting thing, which is he makes it about the realm. And he can't follow through on it. He can't complete it.
Yeah, sadly. And I think we're kind of seeing a lot of the problems here, especially where, admittedly, like I would say that George has better instincts for writing TV than these people do, even though the story that they're adapting is his worst work, probably.
Yeah, no, like it's it's they're taking the worst thing he's written and they're making it worse. Like that's like impressive. Like this is like like I am impressed.
Yeah. I think Mueller said, "Good gosh, you guys have outdone yourselves. I'm beyond impressed." I need to get that quote because that's a really funny quote.
Yeah, it's a moment of total disbelief.
Because of everything that he's gone through in Harrenhal, he's changed, and he realizes that actually he's a pretty bad person.
That's lame.
Really let down by the fact that he's wet.
He never gave a fuck
So
that
pull
he
your fucking shit together. Get on this dragon with me, and we're going.
He's torn between Alice, the new life that he envisioned for himself, and going back to the past to his brother, Aegon. And those two loyalties and which one he chooses, I can't wait to see.
The opposition have got more artillery now, so he's looking forward to engaging in full nuclear war. Revenge, revenge, revenge.
Helena sews this beautiful tapestry in which we find an image of herself falling.
Helena's draw is nature in the outside world, so there is poetry in the fact that she genuinely throws herself into the world.
Helena has realized that she's a prisoner in an inescapable prison.
She
Even
only
if
realized
does
this.
get out, so to speak, she never really will be out. She's carrying the king's heir. That child will be either a pawn or be taken from her and killed so that it can't make a claim to Rhaenyra's throne.
I don't think she knows fully that Helena is dead, but I think it's just this huge pang of intuition. Something
Letting
awful
her out
has just
was
happened,
dumb.
and something has severed.
Allison has got to be
She
the
doesn't know what.
It's a magic going out of the world when a Targaryen dreamer dies. As rare as the dragons are, the dreamers are even rarer. And now to know that we're going forward without one of these in the line spells a certain darkness for the days to come for the Targaryen dynasty.
At the end of episode 308, Rhaenyra is left sort of alone in her castle.
Rhaenyra begins the season doubtful of her rightness. I think by the end of episode 8, she is resolute in her wrongness.
It's an arc that started with tremendous amounts of hope and ends in darkness and desperation.
This is a giant crucible, and everybody comes out the end of it wizened a little bit harder, more corrupted, and we just love where we leave off at the end of the season, even though it's another bit of a cliffhanger, so to speak. It's a hook for the next season.
Yes, you know, like basic. This is TV writing 101, which is fine.
Yeah.
Like it's weird, right? Like is Allison the worst written character on this show? Because I feel like it's Allison. I feel like
they've assassinated her character pretty thoroughly.
Yeah. Even to the character they set up. I want to make very clear on this. I want to break the adaptational question here a little bit.
Oh no, like they've assassinated the character they made.
Yeah,
season
like
2,
yes.
They've doubled down on making him or even worse.
I that's what I thought. I wanted to make. I thought the same. I'm thinking the same thing.
Yeah, 'cause they've ruined. Rhaenyra is pretty ruined. Was pretty ruined in season 2, episode 2, I would say. Since there was all this kind of build up, there's like, I want revenge because they murdered my son. They drew first blood, and then she immediately becomes super wishy-washy and stuff.
Like the back part of season 2. Like I feel like what she's been in season 3, like coheres more with like what she was in season 1 in a lot of ways, right?
Yeah.
Like season 2 feels like Rhaenyra filler. If that makes sense.
Yeah, where they're just kind of. They admittedly didn't have the ability to do live rewrites, but they should have made this relatively coherent, where they should have like actually gone through more plot. And then with season 3, they just kind of have this exact same approach. Really, like season 2 and season 3 have very similar pacing problems. And season 3, actually, the pacing problems are worse because of the fact that the whole thing is built on a series of filler scenes that just end up, have a whole bunch of things happening in episode 8 and finally capping off with Helena's death. So I guess they'll have the Dragon Pit happening probably like episode 4 or something. I don't know.
I mean, like,
because if this is an 8-episode season, that's gonna predict some stuff. So they gotta have the probably second Tumbleton's gonna be episode 2. Adam's gonna run off, try to gather the remains of the Riverlands and attack. Probably gonna have God's Eye episode 3. Then episode 4 is gonna be Stormy of the Dragon Pit.
5, 6, 7 minutes. So like 5 is what? 5 would be Rhaenyra's death. Then you have what? 6 would be Aegon's death.
Yeah, and then we get the Hour of the Wolf, and probably, and I don't know. Part of the problem part of the problem here is the fact that they have not set up Aegon Targaryen III.
I bet. Okay, so if I had to guess, I would guess I would imagine that they take that first episode and they make it more of a setup thing. They draw that like the first like everything we just talked about. They shifted back an episode, so they shifted to 8 is the Hour of the Wolf, and they take the time in episode 1 to set up Aegon, set up other things. I can see that making sense.
Yeah, I can agree. But yeah, we've been at this for a couple hours. I think we're pretty good here.
Yeah, I think we are.
I am honestly a little bit pissed at this show. I really am quite angry. This could have been pretty good. They could have improved, but they made by saying, hey, there's some historical stuff in here we can use to make a good solid character thing, but they actually decided to make it worse, and it's very frustrating.
Yeah, no, this is you can make the Dance of the Dragons good, or at least somewhat tolerable.
Yes,
this is not the way to do it.
This is non-functional, and the worst part is they're never going to try to adapt this again. Maybe, I guess, in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, it's not.
They're going to remember this as just the show that was kind of just a mediocre and got beaten out in terms of acclaim by Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Yeah, no, this is
supposed to be their prestige show.
Yeah, the story is lame. The adaptation is lame. It's just this is just a generic action show. This is I mean, again, I've seen a lot worse. I've seen worse.
Yeah,
But
we've seen worse, but it's just kind of sucks because they could just see, okay, here's what we're building towards. We know Rhaenyra, she's a bit of a spoiled brat. Aegon, he's a lazy brat. Let's kind of set some stuff up. Let's have some conflict here. Let's take all of the elements of the book that work, like the character drama, put that together. Have set up more of the characters, like set up like a lot more of the side characters, have more of an ensemble piece.
I mean, and don't wrong. Again, there are things that are again. I wouldn't envy them in a lot of ways, right? The dance starts with one group of characters, ends with another group of characters.
Yeah,
There's tons
of just kind of losing sight of who the important people are.
And so,
very frustrating.
It is. I mean, some of that is organic. Like that's one of those things where I'm not going to actually fault Martin, because part of the idea that's interesting in the dance is that the people on the people fighting for these monarchs are not as are they're they are better than them. They're that these monarchs are unworthy of their servants.
Yeah, like Adam Velaryon is
exactly right.
A way better man than Rhaenyra.
Exactly right. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess the Greens are also kind of there. Maybe I guess I don't know. But the whole that could work.
Kind of a mediocre. Since Aegon's kind of a mediocre person, the person who's actually driving the story and is significantly more talented, at least in the initial bit, is
it's Aemond and Cole.
Allison.
Yeah, and also Alice. Yeah, Alice. Yeah, that's the thing. Like the build up is all Alicent, and then it switches to Aemond. It switches to Aemond and Aegon, and really that means Aemond. But then Aemond just fucks off for half the story. He's just burning the Riverlands, which I guess him talking with Alice is better than him just being on Vhagar. I can give them that. I'll give them that. Cole completely disappears off the face of the fucking earth.
Yeah, he's just kind of fighting in the Riverlands, and then he dies.
Yep.
Ignominiously. That's the point of it.
Yeah. And that's again. I don't think that's a terrible bit of writing. I don't think that's the problem.
It's just kind of structurally, they have. It's atypical for a show where.
Yes, no. I would say that if they were trying to do it like that, if they were trying to be faithful in that regard, I would say that they have. I would give them a lot of sympathy if they were trying to do that, because it's hard, right?
Yeah.
So I don't begrudge them necessarily. I don't necessarily begrudge them having Daemon at Tumbledon for that reason. I can understand why. Yeah, I can understand why things like that happen. I get that. I understand why they have to. I understand why they have to hype Ormond up, because that's the nature of television. I get those kind of things, but
it's
doesn't
time, especially considering the fact that season 4 is going to have a ton of things.
It's going to have to cram it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of it is very CGI heavy. Like just the second Tumbleton. Second Tumbleton is going to be it's
an action set piece and a dragon fight.
Yeah.
Which means it's going to be a dragon fight. They're not going to go crazy with other things.
And also the Stormy of the Dragon Pit, really heavy CGI dragon fight. Right. And they're going to have to figure out a way to justify just how stupid that whole thing is. They're not going to. But it's just even just trying to visualize them Dreamfire not just obliterating them, because Dreamfire is equivalent size to Vermithor. How are you going to kill Vermithor?
I don't know.
Because you can kill Taraxes, you can kill Morgul and Shrykos, but Dreamfire, George couldn't really have couldn't justify the mob killing Dreamfire, so she kills herself by when she should have just burned them. Because reasons.
Exactly. Anyway, I got a jet. So
All right, well,
later.
we'll call it good. See ya.